it's not personal. I think you've talked about this. It's policy, right? And so when you have those systems in place that you've talked about, then you can not offend someone because it's part of the policy.
Most of the people in the beauty business, including myself, were emotional first, rational second. And a
Right.
lot of times I found leading people that, when you start to tell them and you try to manage them to micromanage, and they take things personally, and all of a sudden it becomes their 5-year-old self that they get upset and they're defending. Creating systems, it's like, no, it's nothing about you. It's a system. Here's the system. Do you understand the system for greeting a guest? Do you understand the system for shampooing?
So
It's not
good.
anything you're doing personally. I'm not, but people take things personally. I find the more systems you put in place, the better it is to just talk about the system, not the person.
I love that. And if the system's not working, then you improve it, right?
People help support what they help to create.
Yes.
So,
So true.
even though I create a lot of systems, I bring them in to help me polish the system. And systems need to change. Systems when you're 5 people versus systems when you're 20 people, the system has to change. It can't be the same system because there's more people involved. So
That's
some
right.
systems don't last the length of time. They're not in stone forever when it's, a value might be, but a system to run something has to change as the company changes.
So you're saying that you bring your team in to help, and that way they can feel like ownership in it instead of it just being something you say, hey, follow the system. You're like, even though you may have the answers to what should
Absolutely.
happen, you bring them in and you let them create it with you.
Yes, create the last 10%, create the last 20%. A dress code would be just one off the top of your head, like, you're going to have a dress code, but you might have them help create what the dress code looks like. You're not walking out of the meeting without a dress code, but you're going to walk out of the meeting. You're not quite sure whether it's going to be black or black and white or blue and blue or whatever, If they're a part of that vision, people will feel more engaged, more empowered, and more empowered to follow it and to guide it and to help others get on board that are maybe a little slower to get on board, because not everybody gets on board things as quick.
It's true.
And most people hate change.